Hello, welcome back. Tuesday NFL Breakdown Review Show. We got something to talk about today. I'm here. Back up in the building, y'all. Hold up. Let me get my life together. I got my life together, but let me get it together. Hello. Welcome to NFL Tuesday Breakdown Review. Don't worry, I got old Raiders report on. Trying to hear what they're talking about. I always stay behind lines.
Very frustrating is the fact that this stuff can even happen, and I don't even know how it can happen, but
all right, like I said, we're back.
What's really frustrating sometimes that YouTube does is it doesn't show.
We are back. Welcome everybody.
It does
it's the Tuesday NFL Breakdown. Clutch Sports Media 360. Fine, yep, we're here.
I see Ronald. I see Doug.
We're in here. Let me get the.
Retweeted it. I'm gonna give y'all free raffle tickets. I'll put it in there one more time. If y'all want some free raffle tickets, all you gotta do is
welcome.
Go.
Oh yeah, I like that. Welcome to the Clutch Sports Media 365 Breakdown Tuesday review. All right, folks, we're back. Welcome everybody to the Tuesday NFL Breakdown Review Show. I'm your host, Jay's Perspective. You know what it is. Welcome to the Tuesday NFL Breakdown, and we got something to break down today. Yes, we're going to review that Monday night game that happened last night. Oh, what a turnover fest it was, folks. Turnovers. All they decided to do last night was turn the ball over. The Eagles, are they dead? Or is it just we're overthinking it? Because right now, it looks as if they're dead. Hold on. Get all my stuff together over here. Guys, it's the Tuesday NFL Breakdown Review Show. Jay's Perspective with you. Clutch Sports Media 365 in the building. Salute, like, follow, and sub to the channel. Remember, it's Go Pats. Now, last night we did have a game, Monday night. It was not a snooze fest, folks. It was not what we thought it was going to be. What did we think it was going to be? Did we thought that the Eagles were going to win? Was that the case? I'm just trying to figure it all out because right now, everybody that they predicted, that they put stock in, that they rode that train wreck of a team, not just the Eagles, Chiefs, Ravens, even the Bills. Yet they're winning, but they're still a train wreck. What are we talking about? Buccaneers lose to the Saints. Wow. Now they're tied with the Panthers for first place in the NFC South. Now we have so much chaos in the NFL. I got a few things to break down before we even get started about Monday night. Philip Rivers, Mr. Old Man, Mr. Grandpa, 44-year-old, and that's not old, folks. 40s is not old. So let's get that. It might be old for the NFL, considering what you need Philip Rivers to go out there and do. But if I had to take a gamble, like I was Dan Gamble and roll the dice, well, Colts are dead. Started hot, but wait a minute. That division just flipped over a couple times. Who do we wait? What you mean, Jay? Look at the division. Colts, Texans, Titans. We know the Titans ain't doing anything. They mortgaged the building and they're rebuilding, despite what they want to say. Even though they got a win over the Browns, and oh my goodness, what was the meltdown there? I think there is a interesting conversation that's floating around right now, and I heard it on McAfee today, and he was talking about all the coaches in the AFC North may be on a hot seat. Stefanski, Tomlin, Harbaugh. I mean, Zach might be safe with the Bengals, but no one's safe. Remember a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month now, we were talking about Mike McDaniels might not make it. Mike made it. Teams turned around. They're hunting. But that's not what we're here for. So 44-year-old Philip Rivers comes back. He was coaching a high school football team. He was on the phone talking to Shane Steichen weekly, if we believe the sources. He was getting plays. He was running Colts plays. And the ridicule is they running high school play. What? No, Philip Rivers is still tapped in with the NFL. They bring him back. I broke it. I posted it last night before we got offline last night, and it's up on the page. Y'all can check it out. The 44-year-old grandpa, Philip Rivers, is back. He's back. Does this make the Colts instant Super Bowl contenders? Absolutely not. Have you looked at the AFC lately? Have you really took a good look? No one's safe. NFC, well, that's a different story. But AFC, bringing Philip Rivers in at 44 because he knows the offense. There's at least 5 other quarterbacks you probably could have got to bridge the gap. But I understand what their point of view is. They're trying to say, well, he knows the offense. Yes, folks, he knows the offense. That's good. But is that good enough to get you wins? And we all know how the NFL is, because guess what? You either win or you go home. So, like I said, we got Rivers is back. Yes, he's back. Guess who's back? Back again, Mr. Rivers, Philip Rivers, 44-year-old grandpa, who has not played since 2020. We're 5 years in. Wow. The hottest thing right now on the internet, Rivers is back. They trump the fact that we're going to talk about the Eagles and their what is that? What is it? What are they doing? The Chiefs, they're down in the dumpster. The Texans are hot. The Jags are hot. The Bills are hot. Patriots, they're right there. They're hot. But right now, we have to really think about this. Philip Rivers is back. That's crazy. The Cincinnati Bengals, Trey Hendrickson, guys, is likely done for the season. The Bengals season is done. What are we even worrying about training? He has not been on the field. Plus, they not trying to keep him anyway. So if I were Mr. Hendrickson, I would be looking for my next place of residency. Because right now the Bengals are not going anywhere. And with all the drama that came with the Hendrickson talk and all that everything that was, what are we doing? What are we honestly doing? We're bringing back 44-year-old Phillip Rivers. We're bringing back 44-year-old. I got it up here. Okay. Let me put this up on the screen. Let's get to it. Hold up. All right. Now, there it goes. I just was shocked because today, guys, the news broke last night with the rumors, and then today it was confirmed he was at practice. He was trying out. Yes, it's true. He's back. Power rankings are out, but we're not worrying about that. We do power rankings Wednesday. But how do you feel about Phillip Rivers and the Colts? Is that something that is going to transcribe to wins? When you look at their schedule that's coming up, it's not looking like wins. They have to face some defenses, and I don't know if I'm sold. This is the hopes. This is the Colts' hope to get something going. Cleveland, the Browns, while we're in the AFC, they're going to keep Shador at starting quarterback, despite the news of Deshaun Watson coming back to practice. So, it's not a bad thing. The young guy is getting his feet wet. He's getting the experience. He's putting some tape footage out there. And if the Browns don't keep him, well, there's a couple teams that's around the NFL that may need a quarterback. But is he really a game changer? Same question I asked about bringing Phillip Rivers back. Is he going to change the game? It's a question. That's a question that we all have no answer to because we don't know nothing. I can say, yeah, it's a bad move. But when you need a quarterback, both your quarterbacks are down. Your backup, Riley Leonard, knee, and you reach out to Grandpa Rivers, and he comes in and he's that guy. The Colts, they're trying to defy odds, but again, we know nothing. We know nothing until it happens. Now, Myles Garrett is on pace for the sack record. He had one against the Tennessee Titans in their loss, but he is still on pace to break the record. And I think he breaks it. I honestly think he breaks the record this year. It's nothing to stop him. That defense is the best thing that Cleveland has, and that might be enough to keep Stefanski another year. I personally would say, time to let him go, time to move on. But again, we know nothing. And at the end of the day, the Browns, the Bengals, they're not going anywhere. No, not going anywhere. They're just playing for the hoopla and the hype of record stats and everything else. Monday Night Football. Oh my God. I thought that the Eagles would bounce back. We all thought the Eagles might bounce back. However, the Chargers and turnovers, they end up getting a W. And I'm just going to say the Eagles might run the risk of missing the mark. I know people are saying, oh, they're dangerous if you just get them there, if they just get there. No, it doesn't even matter if they get there. Get where? The way they're playing, where are they going? This is the same thing, which brings me back to my original topic. Bringing in Rivers, does that change the Colts situation? We've seen, okay, you run Saquon, he gets a 100-yard game. You still lose. You get the ball to number 11, A.J. Brown. You still lose. What are we even talking about? The AFC is wide open. The NFC is closing the window. Another question I want to ask, can KC make a magical run? And what's going on with the Chiefs? We all know the Chiefs are what they are. But after the end of the day, can we depend on them to pull off something? No, not really. But I'm just shocked. And on the breakdown, folks, today we're going to get into it all. But one minute, I have somebody knocking at the door. Somebody knocking at the door for the stoop. What are we doing? I don't know. Anybody there when I left the dog and I couldn't do shit. So, all right. Okay, and here we are back. Tuesday breakdown. Let's go. Back to the action. All right, so Monday night. Let's review. Let's break this down. Let's break it down. Let's go look at it. Hold up, pull it up. Let's pull it up. All right. And we get into it. It is shocking. I mean, guys, this is we talk some shocking work here. I mean, sheesh. What are we doing? All right. So week 14 closed out with the Monday night affair between Chargers and the Eagles. Wow, 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 wow. Let's just take a look at it. All right. Jalen Hurts 204 yards last night. Herbert 139. 21 to 40, 4 interceptions. That is a huge stat. That 4 interceptions, that's a huge stat. Herbert turned the ball over once. There was turnovers. Back to back, back to I mean, they were just turnovers. Fumbles, fumble recovery, fumble again, interception, and finally a game-sealing interception. Jalen Hurts had 5 turnovers. That helps the Chargers outlast them, and it went to overtime. The game went to overtime. A.J. Brown had 100 yards receiving. Herbert was the leading rusher for the Chargers, 66 yards on 10 carries. Vidal had 60 receiving yards. That's the running back. They had 2.5 sacks for the Eagles. 1 sack on Hurts. The kicker, with the winning field goal after Jefferson's interception, seals the 22-19 win over the Eagles. That is Monday night. we had it was a good game. It wasn't a snooze fest. It wasn't like we all was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. But turning the ball over repeatedly, trying to figure out what's going on with the offense, and you're playing a broke hand. Herbert had a broke hand and looked like wasn't nothing wrong with him running the ball. He ran the ball 66 yards. He was picking up first downs where we expected that from Hurts. But 22-19 is the Chargers. Folks, it is. I know I'm just lost for words with what the hell we witnessed, because now the panic flags are raised. They're up there. I don't know if folks are about to riot in the streets, but the Eagles at 8-5, Chargers improved to 9-4. What are the expectations? Dallas is right on your heels. You have the Cowboys, second place in that division, still alive in the hunt, lurking, looking, trying to get something. And here you go out there and lay this out. Right? This is not what we expected. And I'm being honest, this is not at all what we expected from the Eagles. I thought that the Eagles were going to go out there and put up a performance, and it was going to be okay. The Eagles are back, but let it be told, they're still not. Maybe it's going to take them to lose and be on the verge of you need to win or else. Then, guys, on top of that, the Chargers were back anything nearly what on paper what you would have said they could have won this game. We all thought, well, the Eagles are back. AJ Brown's catching the ball. AJ Brown went 100 yards. What he had? 6 receptions for 100 yards. They failed to get a touchdown. Hurts threw 4 interceptions. 4 turnovers. What happened to my Patriots against Pittsburgh? 5 turnovers in that game. We lost by 14-7. You look at this game, the Eagles could have stayed in it. They took it to overtime. However, Chargers, they take it. And now this is overlooked because we got grandpa news. We got grandpa alert. We got Phillip Rivers making his return back to the NFL. Wow. If I ever had, wow. Wow. I mean, you can't make this up. You can't make it up. So let's just see. Where are we going next? Where are we going next? I got the background noise on. You hear the background noise. They're talking about the same thing we're about to be talking about. Phillip Rivers and the great debate of, is this a good move by the Colts to bring back Phillip Rivers? We've seen teams try to do a number of things to shocking all their offense or shocking all the defense, trying to get things done. And right now, it doesn't look like we have anybody. What are we doing? All right, guys. Again, it doesn't look like we're gonna get the Eagles to get back on the script because apparently they didn't win off script. Even with the offense running and doing what they was doing, it still doesn't bode anything. All right. Your latest NFL news is up. And oh my goodness. And Stephen A, he even had to laugh at it. Jeff Saturday laments and calling for Brady. They were trying to get Tom Brady to come back and suit up and play for the Colts. Not happening. Not happening at all, folks. You can miss that. But I will say what we broke down last night, the Phillip Rivers news was shocking. 44-year-old Rivers returns. And there goes our Tuesday. We have a whole lot of it. It don't. Honestly, it don't make sense. But all right. All right. Let me pull up this. Pull up the latest football news. There it is. All right, here we go, folks. Here we go. All right. Now hit this one instead. Share. There we go. All right, there you go. On your screen, you should see it. Breaking news. Quarterback Phillip Rivers signing with the Colts practice squad. And that is Rap Sheet, Tom Pelissero, and Mike Garafolo breaking it down. That was 5 hours ago. We got the news last night, and it is the same old thing. He went to practice. Okay, so the Colts have signed Rivers, and again, I don't even know if this is a good one because, guys, this is gonna crazy. This is crazy to think that you're bringing back Phillip Rivers, who has not played in the NFL in 5 years. He's 44. Um, when he was there, he already was a statuette. Like we've moved on from the stand in the pocket receivers, so to say. Everything that's out there now is mobile. Do we really believe Phillip Rivers is going to be that guy that's mobile enough to get away from the Texans, the Jags defense? They got to play Buffalo. I think Buffalo. I'm gonna pull the schedule up, but it is. What are you doing? Are you really? And they do. They did it. It's done. He signed. He's practice squad. So buckle up. Let's crack open Clutch Sports Media 365 to break down, guys. We have uh, it's a good Tuesday. There's no CFP tonight. There's no bracket. There's no talk of college football from the committee. So we're going with the top headlines from the NFL. Tuesday True Sermon. No team is safe. Okay, no team. I want you to remember, no team is safe. All right. What's good, everybody, and welcome back to Clutch Sports Media 365 to Breakdown Tuesday review, breakdown, however you want to coin it. This is your weekly dose of the NFL reality, where the film doesn't lie. The stats don't sugarcoat and take sometimes hit harder than Derrick Henry on a safety. Hmm. I'm Jay's Perspective, aka Jay the Perspective. Today is Tuesday, which means it's time for another weekly NFL breakdown review. And like we've been doing, you got the top stories. You got Rivers is back, 44-year-old grandpa. Salute to Rivers because guess what? I probably couldn't have did it, but he's been coaching high school football and staying in touch with Shane Steichen and staying in tune with the offense, so he kind of knows. Quick news, the quick hit news, and the energy, humor, and skepticism. Biggest wins of the week. All right. Okay, so now we got Mr. Rivers out the way, guys. You know that he signed. He's back. He is back. So again, like in my best Slim Shady voice, guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? Back, 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 back. All right, the Colts signed 44-year-old Philip Rivers to the practice squad amid the crisis. Though the Colts are 8-5, pushing for the AFC playoff, lost starter Daniel Jones to a torn Achilles against the Jags. Backup Riley Leonard tweaked his knee, and star Anthony Richardson remains out with an orbital fracture. They turn to familiar face, Philip Rivers, who retired 5 years ago after a strong 11-5 stint with Indy in 2020. Signing him to the practice squad following a solid workout, Rivers knows the offense from the Chargers days under current coordinator Shane Steichen and impressed enough to join as insurance, with coaches testing his mobility in practices before any promotion. So they put him through the test. He's been tested. He's been tested, and he's back. There is no Daniel Jones. There is no Ronnie Leonard. There's no Anthony Richardson. You bring in Philip Rivers, 44-year-old. He's a year younger than what Brady was. He's 2 years older than Rodgers, who's 42 right now. So they chose to bring him back, and they got him back. This has been your headline of the day. Wow. And I knew McAfee was going to have a whole wow moment because the Colts don't tell him anything. He's a part of the media now. Why would anybody tell the media anything? They don't. Your sources will be the ones that you can pretty much be like, oh, this is what it is. All right, so if we're gonna do this, we're going week 14, pretenders exposed, contenders confirmed. It is week 14. Let's get to the breakdown. Let's just get to it. All right, so back over here we go to the scores. Scores. Four score. 7 years. Oh yeah, offense. The Shane Steichen offense that Philip Rivers is going to be over. He was running with his high school students, the ones he was coaching. That's not crazy, but Wow. So he knows all. He's familiar with Shane Steichen's offense. He's familiar with the landscape. And what's up, everybody? We're back, and we're going to take a sharper than Belichick post loss press conference, and the truth hits harder than the safety blitz. Let's get to it. Week 14 just delivered drama like it's trying to get an Emmy. We got collapses, comebacks, coaches melting down on sidelines, and fan bases wondering why they even bother. So let's get to the chaos that was week 14. Because the NFL never disappoints unless your team played this week. So we know Rivers is back. We done got that out the way. Trey Hendrickson is probably done for the year. The Bengals need to just go ahead and just send him off because now there's nothing going right there for him. Upsets. We got some upsets. Let's get to one. Hold on. Boy, I tell you, week 14, what a week. All right, we started off Thursday. Cowboys and Lions, 44-30. Cowboys fell apart. Could not overcome the Lions. Jahmyr Gibbs and a defense that suddenly generated pressure and turnovers that helped them continue. So Jahmyr Gibbs rushing for 3 touchdowns. And he's right there, tied with Barry Sanders for the most touchdowns. And the Lions uniform under 24. The young man is doing phenomenal work, and Dan Campbell is agreeing with it. He's loving it. Tampa upset by the Saints. Rookie Tyler Shuck, 2 touchdown runs, lead the Saints to a 24-20 upset of the Bucs. What? Hold up. Saints 3-10 now. Bucs 7-6. They are now tied with the Carolina Panthers, folks, for the NFC South Division. They're trying to get something. And I don't believe that the Bucs, with Godwin back, with Bucky Irving back, getting healthier, that Saints defense is for real. Their offense just did not match what the defense brought. The Saints next year, looking promising, especially in the NFC South. Then we had Steelers and Ravens for first place in the division. This was a game that came down to you win, you're number one in the division. Well, the Ravens 6-7 still are in the hunt. A late reversal, the touchdown, the likely touchdown. He had the ball. You got to make a football move. That's what the rules say. Gene Steratore, he went on Twitter, on X, and he posted the NFL rules. And I'm going to just say, yeah, okay, I get it. But Steelers did not look good, even though they won. Derrick Henry, 25 carries for 94 yards. Lamar Jackson was sacked. See, this is the thing with Pittsburgh. You don't know who you're getting week to week with Pittsburgh. Against division rivals, they look like they're all right. But is that enough to sustain them for the long run of the NF? I mean, you got to run into the playoffs. Is that going to be enough? DK Metcalf was 7 receptions, 148. Where has he been? It's like he took a couple weeks off because Pittsburgh has not looked like this in a while. Then we had the Seahawks, Sam Darnold, Mr. IC Ghost, Mr. coming back from 4 interceptions. He put up 20 for 30, 249, 3 tutties. Shaheed, The Saints kicking themselves. I mean, New Orleans. Why? You help the Seahawks out. He takes one back to the house for a 100-yard kickoff return, and the Seahawks blow away. Listen, blow away the Falcons. Now, the Seahawks did blow out Minnesota the week before. So Darnold got the chance to blow out his old team. Now you got rid of me, and guess what I did? Come back, destroy you. The Falcons, well, Bijan Robinson, 20 carries for 86 yards. And the Falcons did not look like the same Falcons who beat the Saints. They didn't. They looked dismal at best. They looked like, what are we doing here? And the Seahawks, well, let's just see. We're going to have the Rams, Seahawks, and 49ers, all three of those teams from that division right now going up. Going up. It's crazy. Then we had the Bengals and Bills in the snow game, a NFL snow game. The Bills come back. The Bengals are done. They gave it their best opportunity, but they're done. They had a chance, but they're done. Christian Beneford, pick six, kind of sealed the deal. And here we are. 39-34. They win. Josh Allen had 4 TDs. Now, mind you, they have to come to New England next week and play my Patriots. And, we're just waiting on next week to get here. So it's no rush. Let them enjoy this. Titans and Browns, another. Oh my goodness, folks. What was we doing? We're gonna call out some broken fan bases as well, because the Titans as well are one of those broken franchises. Don't have anything for their number 1 overall pick. And yet and still, the Browns with their 5th overall pick, Shador, 23-42 for 364 and 3 tutties, the Browns found a way to lose. The Browns leave it up. That's why I'm thinking Stefanski may not actually be the head coach next season, because what was this? You had the game. You had it. Yet and still, you chose to do some trickeration that did not materialize to anything but a loss. So Tennessee gets their 2nd win, while Cleveland, 3-win team. Commanders and Vikings. Now, this is shocking. They had Jaden Daniels back for this game. Mike McCarthy, 9 was out there, and he didn't bring his alter ego. I'm glad he left it alone, because we need you to win. McCarthy Vikings rebound with a 31-0 win. So they were shut out. They pitched a shutout. They got shut out last week against Sam Darnold and the Seahawks. This week, they come in and they shut out the Commanders. What? Jaden Daniels. He's another injured quarterback. Why do you put these guys out? I know these guys have a hunger and desire to play. I know they want to go out there and play. But you have to realize, you're not going anywhere. What are we doing? 31-0. Didn't even score. And we got Terry McCroskey, Bill, whatever they call him, Deebo Samuels, Jaden Daniels. Somewhat of a veteran defense. And you mean to tell me that the Vikings drop a 31-piece and you can't respond? Then we had the Dolphins and Jets, an AFC East matchup. Dolphins still alive. Unbelievable. Tua wins in cold, leads Dolphins to a 4th straight victory, 34-10, to remain unbeaten versus the Jets. Now, remember, last week they was talking, they said Tua can't play in cold weather. Miami is a South Beach. They're a Southern team. They can't handle the cold. They're coming to MetLife. The Jets, they're coming in off a win. The Jets thought that, hey, man, we got this. Man, we got this. This is not. This, we got this. 34-10 says differently, folks. They bring in a guy named Cook. 14-30, 163, 2 interceptions. No Justin Fields. Tyrod Taylor left the game with an injury, and you bring in Cook. The Jets are another team that will be probably calling up for a quarterback this offseason. Trust me. They're trying to get out of all the dead weight of quarterback space they have. And the class they got coming out, they got a couple of them that are coming out that are really good that probably could be a franchise game changer. Now, on to the team that we talked about at the opening of the show, and that is the Colts. They have not won a game in Jacksonville. Not one. A game in Jacksonville. And the fact that they took the show on the road, Daniel Jones gets injured. 11 consecutive home win against the Colts. 36-19. Trevor Lawrence, 17 of 30, 244, and 2 touchdowns. ETN, 20 carries for 74 yards. BTJ finally got his act together. 3 for 87 yards. The Jags, 9-4, running the division now. Texans right on their heels. Colts have fallen. I fall apart. Yes, they have fall apart, folks. They have fell apart. All right, hold up. Here we go. So, Jags, they improve. Colts, well, they bring in Rivers. And again, back to our opening topic, is Rivers going to be a game changer for the Colts? Do we honestly, I mean, once I started seeing him lose, I'm like, damn, the Colts, they're that team. They're that team that just they were hyped up. We have one every year. They're hyped up, they're good. And then when they lose, they lose. They fall, they fall. And right now, they're on a downward spiral. They're on a downward spiral. We go to the AFC West now, a division rival between Broncos and Raiders. This game, I know, 24-17. However, Bo Nix and the offense, they started faster than they ever have this season. I mean, it's the Raiders. No shot at the Raiders, but you're 11-2. You're playing 2-11 or 2-10 at the time. You struggled last time you played them. This time you actually did some work. RJ Harvey, 17 carries, 75 yards, 1 touchdown. Cortland Sutton, Mr. Sutton, 6 for 62 receiving. So the Broncos, they pull off the win over the Raiders. They move ahead of the Patriots in the standings because the Patriots lost to the Raiders in week 1. So we have to own that. No problem. But we're still a better team than when we looking at the Raiders. I mean, looking at the Broncos, we're a better team. it is what it is. Then we had another divisional game, which would come down to this is your first place winner, and this is going to be your dropping. So Detroit won, the Packers won, the Bears lost. The NFC North is correct. It's like scratching your head. Like, what is this? 1 minute the Bears are comeback kids. They're like, oh, we got this. We're on the verge, and they look good. But Jordan Love, Mr. Toyotathon, Jordan Love, 17 to 25 for 234 and 3 tutties on the day. Josh Jacobs, 20 carries for 86. And it was Christian Watson, 4 for 89 and 2 touchdowns. That pretty much put the Bears' hopes to bed. And I'm not sure if I'm a coin the Packers because they have to play the Denver Broncos this week coming up, and that's going to be a tall task right there for them. Not only that, but the Bears they have to make sure that this is not the start of the slippage. You know how we seen the Buccaneers win late, and then when they really faced a team that was good, they end up losing, and it wasn't pretty. And now they're on this downward spiral. Well, I don't want that to be the Bears. Then we take this thing out west. We got the Rams and the Cardinals. The Rams are showing why. Hey, we lost to the Panthers last week. It was an ugly loss. We know. We understand. We let everybody have fun. We let the Bears hold on number 1 seed down for a week. And then all of a sudden, the Rams turn it on. 45-17. They beat up on the lonely Cardinals. The ones at the bottom of their division. 3-10. And the Cardinals were like, wait a minute. They couldn't even hold on. Stafford, 22-31, 281. 3 tutties. 3. So the Rams still are looking like the best team right now in the NFC. The team to beat. The team to beat. The Cardinals, let's just say the quarterback news that's going around the NFL right now. Kyler Murray might not be there next season. I mean, they already pretty much are trying to get about that deal. Now I'm thinking, where does Kyler land? Maybe the Raiders, maybe the Jets, the Saints, or does he stay right there? But anyway, they get the loss. They take the loss. They take the L, and rightfully so. They're playing the Rams. Then the Texans, the shocker of the upset of the weekend, baby. Yes, you gotta get popped up for this one. The Chiefs are dead. Kansas City is dead. They don't have it no more. The mojo, and I asked this question: can they make a magical run? They're 6-7 right now. It doesn't look like they are going to do anything. Every time I go live and I'm starting to do my show, the notifications. The minute I'm sitting here doing nothing right now or researching, no notifications. The minute we go live, notifications. And it's not even notifications like people are calling it because I try to keep it on just in case one of the kids reaching out, something like that. But I don't need any more notifications. So the Texans been on a tear. They're 8-5. Remember they were dead. The Texans were gone. They were obsolete. We were like, damn. CJ Stroud looked good, but now but as of late, Stroud has turned it around. 15-31, 203, 1 touchdown. Marks, 26 carries, 68 yards. Nico Collins, My guy went off for 4 receptions, 121. And that defense just stifled him. Travis Kelce did not look like he was on the field, did not look like he was even in the building. Rashid Rice took a hit that was like, Petrie is that guy. Wow. This Texan defense has me thinking I wouldn't want to see him. I want them to go someplace else and play before they even come to my Patriots because, Lord, if we had to deal with that defense, you see what they did Mahomes. You see what they did Josh Allen. 8 sacks on Allen. 8 sacks on Josh Allen. They dog walked Mr. Mahomes and the Chiefs 20-10. The defense did their job. The offense scored enough points to make sure that they did not lose. And then, we got the Monday night Eagles, Chargers. What it's all, there's nothing there, folks. Trust me. We're talking dismal. All right, the Rams stormed past Arizona Cardinals 45-17. The Broncos edged out the Las Vegas Raiders 24-17. Retake the AFC's top seed 11-2. Fuck you, Denver. I don't like you, but it's all good. We're not gonna, we're not gonna be mad. We're not, but they get the top seed back. So Houston Texans pulled off that massive 2010 win over the Chiefs. Bad news, KC's playoffs hope and big validation for Houston. Search playoffs hopes. This I don't know. I honestly don't know. Thank you, Slim Milk. Slim Milk Made for sure. Check that out. Other notables: Seattle Seahawks dominated Atlanta Falcons. The Miami Dolphins cruised over the Jets. Guys, it is ugly. The Rams Stafford, he had 3 touchdown passes, and the run game demolished the Cardinals defense. Special teams held firm. Now, the Rams do look like the NFC West favorites again. The darlings of the party. The ones that, guess what? They thought we were done. No, we're not done. We're still here, and we're not going anywhere, and that is the Rams. Broncos, they keep winning close games. That's 24-17. Raiders weren't flashy, but it's a kind of grit team needs in December. They had to win this game. They know Sean Payton has been drilling this in this team's head probably since the last loss. You got to win. You want to win, you need to win. And that's what it is. The Chiefs had to win. So now, Texans holding down Mahomes and the Chiefs offense, grinding out a 2010 win. The defense deserves respect, and they're fighting right back in the playoff hunt. They're back. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars, it's the Texans, it's the Colts. That is crazy. They came all the way from the bottom and jumped shit. They taking over. Here we are. We have Chiefs taking an L to the Texans, y'all. What are we doing? What are we doing? Let's talk about these pretenders finally showing true colors. The Bengals, Burrow, we knew Burrow was coming back. Burrow came back. He looked good. However, he tossed 4 touchdowns, but two late interceptions and a collapse in the fourth ruined their day. That defense still can't close. So no Trey Hendrickson. And again, I pointed the question out. He's likely done for the season. So is it time for you to go ahead and start clearing off your roster, start to have that fire sale? Cincinnati, you might need to move on because guess what? It didn't work. It did. It didn't. It did not. I'm sorry, it did not work. So the Falcons, they got smacked again. Paying Kirk Cousins, an injured Michael Penix, and an offense that seems to be doing their thing didn't show up. And they got smacked around by Darnold. And guess what? I don't know what happened to Atlanta's defense, but they're nowhere to be found. The Chiefs losing to Houston at home when everything mattered. You can't execute under pressure. This season is toast. I'm telling you now, this season is toast. You might as well just close the door on them, let them go. Because right now, guys, I don't know what's going on. Because the Texans, they look like the team. They look like that team. They look like they came to handle business, and that's exactly what they did. They handled business, folks, and they put up the numbers that they needed to put up, and they got the job done. Dare I say? Dare I say? Your number one team, the Rams, are Week 14 clutch rankings. Let's talk about this rankings. I got them. You know I don't like the. I don't like the Broncos. It's not because of I just don't, because y'all are a bunch of little crybabies these days. Y'all really got in y'all feelings because y'all have won close games. Your offense did not look like an offense that is a world beater. Your defense can and will get exposed. It's a matter of time. That's all I'm saying. So let's just keep it all the way real with yourselves. Number two, Broncos. But number one, the Rams. Full balance, passing, rushing, defense, special teams. They're doing everything right. They remind me of my Patriots. All three phases of football are looking good. That's the Rams. Similar to my Patriots. Broncos, grit, close games, execution, stability when chaos hits. And that's only because your defense keeps you in the game. If it wasn't for the defense, we have this discussion. So I'm again going to say number three, Texans. Defense is legit. Offense is opportunistic. If they stay consistent, watch out. So if you allow them to get into the postseason, I dread for those people who have to face that team because they were counted out. Nothing worse than a team that's counted out and they're thirsty. They want vengeance. They want the get back. They're going to get that get back. They took it out on the Chiefs. Number four, Bills. That comeback shows they're still fighting, but defense needs to tighten up. See, that's the problem. They got an offense. Josh Allen is superb. He's that guy. He's the reigning MVP. But your defense, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? And you have to come to Foxborough on Sunday. You got to come see us. You got to come to us. We went to y'all. We did our business. Now you got to come to us. Big Bro is back. They don't like it. They don't like that. Seahawks, number five, guys. Defense, special teams took over versus the Falcons. They're dangerous if they keep that up. Now, ever since they lost to the Rams, they've been on a tear. They've been look, they shaped the bed with 4 interceptions, and Sam Darnold was the talk of the town. He was, what is this? Sam Darnold is not that guy. What are we doing? Why? But recently, they're back. And not only are they back, but they're back dominantly performing like winners. Tennessee Titans, wild card sleepers of Tennessee, the Titans finally scored Let's see if it's a fluke or if they found something real. See, Tennessee beat up on the Browns. Tennessee caught a body against Arizona. But can they keep it going? Can they finish on a high note? Because right now, I don't think it's going to happen for them. Game of the week, Rams and Cardinals, 45-17. From jump, the Rams looked dominant. Offense and rush game set the tone. Defense didn't let up. Stafford, he went for 22 of 31, 281, and 3 tutties. The rush game blew up. Blake Corum, Kyron Williams, and Ronnie Rivers combined for 253 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns. Defense, after that early Cardinals touchdown, locked it down. Special teams controlled momentum, pressure, turnovers. No mercy. Cardinals, you can't stop nothing. Rams, we crowned y'all the best team, and then y'all took a break and slept on the Cardinals, and the Cardinals upset you. Is this going to be the case? Because, NFL playoffs is coming around. One slip up and you're done. And Seattle's right there. Seattle's right there. Rams overall complete performance on all 3 phases: offense, defense, special teams. Broncos mental toughness, I give them a B+. Not pretty, but they got the win when it mattered. Not pretty, but you get the W when it matters. Bills resilient, get a B-, right? Clutch comeback, but still shaky defense. They still have a defense that is going to be tested, and you have to play the Patriots coming up. And if you remember, we went in your house on week 5, Sunday night. Yeah, put that pop down. So it is what it is. The Texans, I'm going to have to give them that A-, shut down the top offense when stakes were high. When the Chiefs needed it, the Texans defense said, no. Hold up. We got something to say. So I got to give them that because that's the number one defense, guys, in the league. And they went in the Arrowhead, the one spot where it can get pretty ugly. And the Swifties were in the building. What? Taylor Swift was in the building watching her man get beat down. Seahawks defense, special teams, B+. Took over versus the Falcons. If consistent, they're dangerous. Got to give it to them. They're dangerous. We knew this when I was doing when we started the okay, there it goes. When we started the preseason, right, and we were reporting on defenses, right, and I was like, oh wow, this is going to be a good year for Seattle. Didn't know what to expect from Sam Darnold because we were riding off of the Sam Darnold we seen in the playoffs, but now we see he can take a L, he could take a few, but Darnold in that defense, and now you put Shaheed Saints. You send away this guy, and this guy broke 100-yard return, broke it back. So, guy, they cut up. They definitely put the pressure. Now, the Bengals, 4th-quarter defense. Let's talk about it. What are you doing? You had the lead. You playing in the snow. A must-win situation for the Bengals. You win, you stay alive another week. You upset Buffalo at home, but Josh Allen got the cape. And went, let's go. Took it to the house. They gave up the lead, gave up the game. Unacceptable for playoff ambition. So we'll see you next year, Cincinnati, Cleveland, and Jets, Saints, couple other ones we'll see next year because guess what? What have you guys done this year? Stink the place up. Stink it up. This is what it is. They stunk it up this week. And now we have to sit here and wonder, is a 44-year-old quarterback going to come back and take over the league? Because, I mean, nobody else is seemingly getting the job done. Like, Kansas City shit the bed. We thought Burrow and them were going to come back. Miami and Tua, they're on like a little march right now. They're trying to get something piping. Um, hmm, hmm. Trying to think of the Texans, sneakily good, but right now it is what it is. Myles Garrett, guys, sack leader. He's about to break that record. I'm right there with him. Want to see him break the record. Break it down. Let's go. Get that man his props because that's the best thing coming out of Cleveland. I mean, even with Shador playing the way he is, Cleveland, we don't have hope. There's no hope. You're in a division where everything is talked about. Rodgers and the Steelers, Lamar and the Ravens, Burrow and the Bengals, and then we get to you and we talk about Myles Garrett and then Shador. You dominated the headlines the offseason and the beginning of the season, and now that we're at the end of the season, what have you done? Nothing. There's nothing to get. So, closing this up, folks, as we get out of here and we get ready for our CFP breakdown. Because we gotta we gotta talk about Notre Dame. We gotta talk about the college playoffs. We gotta talk about the games. I mean, there's so much news on this date today. The news cycle is hot. But I'm here to bring it on to you. It's the breakdown. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. Week 14 served of the good, the bad, and the brutal. Some teams left the field proving they belong. Others, well, made us question if they even know what ball looks like. This is the question for a lot of teams as we wind down the NFL season. We're at the week 15. We're down to 3. After this week, we have 3 weeks of football left, NFL. You are dead if you don't figure it out. If your team's climbing, enjoy the ride. If they're sliding, maybe it's time to find a therapist. I'm not your therapist. I'm not. I will help you. I'll listen to you. I'll listen. But I ain't a therapy. So if your team's climbing, well, enjoy the ride. If your team is sliding, call up your therapist because you're going to need it. All right? I'm Jay's Perspective. This is Clutch Sports Media 365. The breakdown. This is the Tuesday breakdown. The NFL review. The breakdown review. However you want to coin it. It's Tuesday. We come here to tell you exactly what the hell just happened. It's been fun. It's been a ride. And it's not done. It's not done, folks. This week is going to be hell. We got power rankings coming tomorrow for you. After this show, we're going to be working on our college football show. Guess what? You don't want to miss because it's heating up. Championship weekend went off. It's done. We're on to playoffs. Playoffs? Yeah, playoffs. That's where a lot of NFL teams might not make it this season. I'm just keeping it real. A lot of people might not find the postseason this season. The same. Some teams are going to need to just throw out the whole playbook, throw out the coach, the staff. A couple teams already have done it. They've already made preparations, and they're just trying to hold on to the end to get that draft number. That's crazy work, but it is what it is. Oh yeah. So please We're serving unfiltered truth. We're going to catch you in week 15. We're going to catch you with the power rankings. And we'll be right back with the college football breakdown as well. So, I mean, right now, flashback to tell you what it was and what it wasn't. Chaos and comebacks. Bills erase a 10-point fourth-quarter deficit to beat Cincinnati 39-34. Tennessee finally found scoring life with a 31-29 win over the Cleveland Browns. Their first 25-point game of the season. They dropped 25 on the Browns defense. If the Titans can get some weapons for that young man and a better line, they would be dangerous. Seahawks, they dominated Atlanta 37-9. Miami Dolphins, they said they can't play in the cold. They said Tua could not play in the cold, right? He went to New York, MetLife, cold weather, 34-10. Riding a strong performance from that secondary. The Jets lost a quarterback. They didn't even put Fields in. So no Tyrod Taylor. They bring in Brian Cooks, whatever his name is, B. Cooks, and he couldn't cook. 2 interceptions. So you know they're going to be on the market looking for something. The Rams, they're contenders. Broncos, Texans, all contenders. Texans, they hold Mahomes and the Chiefs offense, grinding out a 2010 win. Broncos beat the Raiders 24-17. Wasn't a pretty win, but it was a win. Burrow, he did toss 4 touchdowns, but 2 late interceptions. Tossed them. Chiefs, goodbye. You're out of here, Chiefs. I'll see them next season. Because I don't think there's no magic. I don't think they got enough magic. I know they're desperate, but desperation set in these last 2 weeks. And what have they done in the last 2 weeks? They haven't done anything. So pretty much we're looking at a new market. Hold up. Let me pull up before we do get up out of here. I meant to do this too. Hold on. Let's see. All right, here we go. Playoff machine. Yep. There we go. Folks, one moment here. All right, here we go. All right. Let's pull up these playoffs. They talking playoffs. Who's playoffs? Who's going to playoffs? Same thing I was thinking. They're going to playoffs, all right. There it goes, right. Yeah. So here we go. Playoffs. All right. Let's look at it. And we still have time, folks. So this is not nothing edged in stone. There's still plenty of time in this, okay? Number 1 overall seed. And right now, wild card, we're the 2nd seed. We'd have to play Houston. Do not want to see Houston. Buffalo would have to play Jacksonville. The Chargers would have to play the Steelers. The Rams will get the 1st seed. It'll be Chicago and Green Bay again. Now, that might be the 3rd game that they play, folks, because they have to play another game in 2 weeks. Now, Green Bay did upset the Bears. We went over that. That was Caleb Williams and ran into that one, and it was like, whoa. Then we got the 49ers and the Eagles, and then we'd have Seattle and the Bucks. That's the playoffs. If the playoffs were to start now, the current picture right here, this is the current playoff picture right here. And if we had to do it, I don't like that number 2 seed. So I'm gonna need the Broncos to lose. I know we gotta beat Buffalo. and we got to go on the road to the Ravens, and we got to go to New York. Then we close at home with Miami. So I mean, we're good. We're technically good, as far as our confidence level is. But this is just an ideal of what you're looking at. You see no Chiefs, no Ravens. There's a lot of teams you didn't even think were going to be up here in the playoffs, much less that they would do it. So, with that being said, there it is. There it is. I appreciate y'all for tuning in on this Tuesday. I thank y'all for coming through Clutch. I'm Jay's Perspective, guys, and this has been Clutch Sports Media 365. Breakdown, the Tuesday breakdown review show. Thank you. I will catch you on the next one. Stay tuned, stay clutch, and remember, go Pats.